Hello, welcome back to my channel, Denise Void, and today we're going to talk about my tattoos. Alright, obviously, you guys know the drill. Today we're talking about this whole arm because I have enough time, I guess. But let's just get into it. So let's start with the first one I got, my Hollywood Undead one. I thought about that one a long time because that band was very important to me in so many different ways. When I first listened to them, of course, around MySpace and all that good stuff. My Hollywood Undead tattoo. Yes, I got it because I was going through a lot of shit when I was a teenager. That's when they were around, and they, you know, their music helped. A lot of the bands on my arm helped, but they were emotional for me, emotional support for me, I guess. I listened to them, and you know, that's pretty much all they really did. They were a very inspiring band to me, and I still follow them. I still love listening to them. They have some good music, and I don't know, a lot of people don't like them. A lot of people are surprised that I like them because they're not the genre of music that I normally listen to, I guess. But really, you would be surprised about all the music that I listen to. I listen to pretty much everything. That's a generic thing that people say. I listen to everything but country. I could listen to country too. I used to not. But now I'm a little bit more open, especially with Vince. He's very, very open about music, and musicians are, most of the time, very open about music. So that's pretty much about that one. The next one I got was my Slipknot tattoo. You've probably seen all these on Instagram, but there's my Slipknot tattoo. See? I really like details, so you can see all the faces in them. He did a super great job. He's very detailed. And yeah, I have a lot of fun stories about these. I got that because Slipknot was a very empowering band for me. I was 9 years old when I started listening to them, probably 8 or 9. The first music video I saw was from My Plague. It was for the Resident Evil movie, the first one. My mom was working at Harkins at the time, so we got to see the second movie for free. And we watched the first movie, and on that movie, the DVD, because we watched it before we went to see the second one, it had the music videos, and obviously Marilyn Manson. At the time, I didn't really listen to him, but he was on there because he made the music for it. But Slipknot was on there because they did a music video for it, which was really cool. And a side note, I was very terrified of the half-face zombie, and it still gives me chills to this day. And I love that movie, but that always freaked me out when I was a kid. And it's in that video too. So it pops up real quick and you're like, ah, I forgot it was there. That was always fun. But when I was a kid, I thought it was so hilarious when Joey Jordison flipped the bird in the music video at the end. It was very cool. And then I got into clown and stuff, and that's when I became a drummer, and that's when I became a real musician, and I found the instrument that I wanted to play. I started playing bass and guitar when I was 3, not really playing, but you know, messing around with the guitar and bass because that's what my dad did. My dad was a bass player, still is, and yeah, I decided I'm a drummer. That's when I started playing drums and everything. It was really cool. That's what inspired me for it. So that's what that tattoo's for, and that's what it represents. The next tattoo is my Korn tattoo. Again, very detailed to like the actual album cover. Very detailed. He did a very detailed job on that tattoo. Obviously, again, he's a printer and amazing artist. That tattoo, when I can't even remember the times that me and my dad went out. He used to work, I don't even know what it was. If he ever is on this channel, he'll explain it. Or he'll comment down below about what he used to do. He delivered stuff around the state, and I used to go with him when I was a kid. Oh god, what was I, like 5? I don't know. But we used to listen to Korn, this album, especially this album, and the album that has Twist on it. I don't think it's this album, but I know we used to listen to this one a lot. This one's one of my favorites, and we used to eat white powder donuts and listen to Korn and drive in the white truck. And I only remember about going to like maybe a couple places in that time, but I just instinctively remember those details about going to work with him. And it was really cool, and that's why we have such a big bond. Me and my dad have a really big bond, and that's what that tattoo represents. And majority of my tattoos represent my relationship with my father. Pretty much all of them, a lot of them. But yeah, pretty much all my band tattoos. Now, this next tattoo is very emotional, and my dad did a tribute video. I'll link it in the below about it if you guys are interested in watching it. There was a man in my dad's life and my life that passed away last year, and he took his own life, and the last concert we went to was the Ghost concert. And it was weird because I thought about getting a Ghost tattoo before all that happened, but I was like, it's kind of weird. I just started listening to this band. They're really, really good. Check them out. They're amazing. But this is the tattoo. It's upside down cross, their symbol, and I put his initials in this bat because he liked bats, and these are the perfect bats. This is his tribute tattoo, because the last concert we went to, me, my dad, and him, we all went to see Ghost, and amazing concert. We all enjoyed it, and it was like a moment that I got to really know him. I was an adult, so I really got to like know a lot about him, and his passing brought me and his family together, actually a lot. And now my kid and his daughter's kid can be friends, and me and her are friends, and my dad and me, it was, you know, we connected with his family a lot more after that. And it's emotional, and that's what that tattoo represents, and that's all my tattoos. Wow, that was really quick. So I guess since I got through those were all my tattoos on my arm. I'm obviously getting more. This is going to be my music arm, and I'm going to get a whole sleeve and do a nice music design, whatever my artist wants to do. I'm just going to let him go crazy after I get my other tattoos, and I'm not going to tell you what they are. You're just going to have to wait and see. So my favorite thing is when customers come in and love to grab my arm and look at them. I love when people like my art. Obviously, they're very detailed. People love to look at them. My favorite kind of people are the people like, can I see them without grabbing me? And I go, of course. And then they can touch it if they feel like they want to. Kind of don't do that, but you know what? I'm not gonna be upset because you didn't grab me, and you appreciate it. I get it. What I don't like is when people grab me to look at it, which has happened a couple times, and people assume what it is. Now there's people that ask me, are those skulls in this Slipknot tattoo? Because it's very detailed but also hard to see. And I go, no, they're masks. And like to explain them, they ask, what is it about? What is it? And then they might guess, like the Korn tattoo, they think it's like the 9 movie, or they think it's a character from a movie, and they try to guess. And I'm like, no, it's Korn. And then they're like, what's Korn? And I'm like, it's a band. It's very tiring, and it might seem like I'm like annoyed, but it's more like I say it every day because everyone wants to look at them. But I try not to be. I try to be as nice as I can. But I don't like the people that are insistent on telling me the details that they believe. Like this guy goes, oh, your Korn tattoo, you know what that means? Or your Slipknot tattoo, you know what that means? And it's like, I don't care. What it means to me is important, and if you want me to tell you what it means to me, I will let you know. But I don't care what it means to you, because it's not your tattoo. And that might sound selfish, and you can say that you love the band, you can talk about your Slipknot tattoos that you got, that's great. But don't explain to me, like this one guy, he was like, oh, that's the, you know where they got that symbol from? They got that from the chaos symbol. And I'm like, what the fuck is the chaos symbol? I don't really care. And I looked it up, and it's nothing like the tattoo that I have. But still, he wanted to explain to me how he knows what it is and where they got it from. And it's like, I don't care. That's not what the tattoo is about. It's about what I want it to be about. That's what tattoos are for. Tattoos are a charm bracelet, a modern day charm bracelet, and they're very easier to take care of, and you don't lose them unless you get your arm cut off. So avoid that. But they also are, they're a journey through my life, and you trying to explain to me about what they represent is not what they represent at all. Ask me what they represent, and I will love to tell you, but don't tell me what they mean, because you don't know what they mean unless you ask me. They're a part of my life. They're an hourglass through my life and through my past, and you trying to tell me what they represent is not what they represent. So don't do that. I don't really, there's more stories to it. I mean, I try not to be too, I just let them go, whatever they say things. I love the people that, like, one person was like, is that a pentagram? And I'm like, it's one kid goes, that's a bad tattoo, as in like it's evil, and I'm like, listen, a 9-pointed star is not a pentagram. You guys need to figure out what a pentagram is. An upside down star, yes, is a pentagram. A right side up star is also a pentagram. A pentagram is a star. A 9-pointed star is actually a math problem. Stars and shapes are part of geometry, and this is part of a geometry. I forgot where it was. Yeah, so 9-pointed star also represents their 9 members. Wow, who would have thunked it? So just please don't tell me my arms are satanic, because they're not. You can believe that, I don't really care. Of course I have an upside down cross. No one's ever actually mentioned it because I kind of hide it. It's kind of like hidden so no one really sees it. But still, I am not a fan of people telling me that my tattoos are you know, satanic and evil. And it's like, if you got to know me, you would figure out that I am the most nicest person you'll ever meet, even though I'm kind of an asshole, and not satanic at all. I don't sacrifice any animals because I love them too much. I try to keep them at my house, even if they've tried to kill me, like Genji does. So I'm not a Satanist. So, but it's fine if you are, I guess. But don't sacrifice animals. So that is it for that arm until I get more tattoos, which are coming up, and I have a lot more tattoos to talk about. We'll talk about those. Alright, so thank you for watching my video. I will be back with another one next week, hopefully. Go subscribe to my other channel, Cashew Cosplays. I talked about how I had Felix and all those gross, nice details. They're not that bad, don't worry. Please subscribe to this channel too if you want more of tattoo stuff and more me, I guess. I have my Facebook page, my group page. It's under Cashew Cosplays. I do everything there for Facebook because it's just easier to do one thing. And I do more pictures and stuff for Cashew than I do for this channel, really, because we don't really do anything here. And then go to my Instagram if you want to see my pictures of my new tattoos that I'll be getting, and baby Felix and Genji, because I still take pictures of my gorgeous little orange cat that's an asshole. And then you can also go to my Snapchat, because I'm starting to do videos on there. I'm going to try to do things on there, and sometimes they're really funny because they're very out of the blue and weird and not pre-thought of, so they're always just really random. So sometimes they're funny, sometimes they're very cringy, so go there for any of that. What else do I have? I have a Twitch. Go to my Twitch so we can do live streams together, and that's about it. Everything will be listed below. If you want to go check my stuff out, go ahead and check down there, and we will see you in the next video. Enjoy your void across the internet.